Oh yeah! Welcome back, Bourbon Quest. Alright, I was going to shoot this video a couple days ago and then power went out and so I couldn't shoot. So, sorry about the delay, but what do we have? Oh yeah, you guessed it. Elijah Craig, barrel proof, A123, 125.6 proof. Hail to the yell. Stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, so yeah, the first release of Elijah Craig. Well, let's get right to it. This is a fresh cork pop tonight. If you've already had this, let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Why does that sit around the neck? I don't want that on there. Get off there. There you go. Alright, so yeah, we're doing a fresh cork pop and review. So, Elijah Craig, barrel proof, A123, America. Hell yeah. Still one of the best, not only one of the best bourbons in the bourbon world, but one of the best values. I mean, top 5, I would say, maybe even higher. All right, so we got the pour in the glass. Now we need to do our infinity pour, as we do always here on Bourbon Quest. Every new bottle, 2-ounce pour goes into the infinity bottle. Yeah. So these infinity bottles got over 300 between these two. Of course, I drink out of them as I add to them, but there's over 300 whiskeys in that. And there's a lot of Elijah Craig in that, because I think we've gotten every release since I started my Bourbon Quest in 2020. So that's 3 for 2020. 3, 6, 9. Now this makes the 10th. So yeah, keep bringing them, Elijah Craig. Hail to the yeah. All right. So yeah, 125.6 proof. Man, it was funny. Well, that's not important. All right, let's just get right to it. We're going to do a review on this. So yeah, these are 12 years old, non-chill filtered. Freaking fantastic. I love this. It's one of my favorites. And while allocated, not impossible to get. They're readily available. If you're a decent bourbon quester, you should be able to get, I think you should be able to get your hands on all 3 expressions every year. And even if you're a below average bourbon quester, I feel like you should get one of the 3 every year. Hell, maybe at least 2 out of 3. I still think you should be able to get all 3. I've never had an issue or problem. Granted, I know I'm not your average person. Probably have a few more connections than most, but I don't have to. I really haven't had to use my connections to get these. It's just a matter of knowing when they come out and making my routine rounds to get them. So, alright, enough about that. If you want one, you should be able to get one. That's all I can say. Alright, man. There's a lot more nuttiness on this than your typical ECBP that I remember. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of nut tonight. That's what she said. And then there's chocolate, caramel, vanilla. I mean, that proof is there. Black pepper, baking spice, Ooh, touch of cherry. But really, I'm getting some unusual nuttiness on this than normal. All right, I mean it's. I'm not saying that in a bad way by any means. All right, let's get to the palate. Cheers, my friends. 125.6. Hell yeah. Ooh. You have that baking spice and black pepper come through right off the bat, and then you get that viscosity, that vanilla caramel. More of that nuttiness, but not as near as much on the nose or on the palate as the nose. Comes through more in the back. Yeah, good mouthfeel. Good hug. Decent hug. I'm not going to say great, even though it's 125.6. Man. Obviously, it's a buy at $65. That's a no-brainer. Man, above $65, I'm not so sure. Like, at least on my first sip, this is one of the more disappointing Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs I can remember. And I don't know if that's because I just came off of C922, which was probably one of my favorites. It definitely was my winner for 2022. And quite possibly, which is a video I'm hopefully going to do, is my favorite from the last 3 years compared to each other. But I don't know if it's coming off the C922 that's this is that's the thing that gets tough, is because on these Elijah, this is obviously like my 10th one of the different expressions, and I mean I got a pretty good memory, not perfect, but then you just go back to thinking about the others and how does this line up, and then especially coming off the I mean, so like for instance, if B522 was bad, and I'm not saying it is, but if it was, and then C922 is better, it probably heightens that betterness. Does that make any sense? And so since C922 was like, off the top of my head, one of the best, or at least better, if not best, of the Elijah Craigs, and then you get to this, and it's inferior, does it make it less inferior? I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think I'm just trying to figure it out. Alright, cheers, my friends. I got more of the same notes, but this time I got some almond in there as well. It was definitely better on the second sip. I just don't know. Alright, I'm going to take one more sip, and then I'm going to make a final call or judgment or whatever you want to call it on this. Like, right now I'm more on the disappointing side of this. Sorry for my friend that I saw earlier today buy one of these, and I was like, yeah, I would have done you a review a couple days ago. My power hadn't been out, but he's a follower of the show. And he got, I mean, at $65, it's still a buy. Alright. I don't know. Yeah. So here's my final analysis on this. Not one of the better Elijah Craigs, in my opinion. Um, this is one, yes. If you're on your way home on a Tuesday afternoon and stop by the liquor store and it's sitting there at $65, yes, by all means, buy it. Should you be hunting this to go to 5 liquor stores in 5 days trying to find it? No, it's not worth hunting for, in my opinion. But like I said, if you're on your way home from work and stop at the liquor store and it's there and it's 6, I wouldn't pay more than 65, honestly. All right, if you want to go to 70, I'll give you a pass on that. But yeah, I don't think it's worth hunting. And really, you shouldn't have to hunt for it. Well, maybe if it was great and I told you it was the best Elijah, like the C922, that was worth hunting for. Yeah, you go every morning before work and then after work to 2 or 3 liquor stores each way to hunt the C922. Hunt this A123? Nah, I think that's a hard pass. Yeah, but like I said, if you're on your way home from work and you stop in and it's there at 65, $70, by all means. Otherwise, no, wait for B523. Yeah, which is always interesting because, and I know it's not always been true. I think B520, or no, it was C922 was the best. But like B521, I'll have to go back and look at my notes. But, and I don't know why that is, but I think this doesn't always hold true, but for the most part, it seems to me like their rankings go from A's last, B's second, and C is usually the best. Now, granted, that's not always true. They'll flip flop here and there, but if you're out hunting, and I don't know if that holds true for larceny. I've not had quite as much of experience with the larceny, but why is that? It seems like more times than not, C is first, B is second, and A is last. Well, A is not bad. But that could only mean one thing. They're only going to get better throughout the year. B will be better than A, and then hopefully C will be better than B. So, hey, nothing wrong with that, and it's not bad. Yeah, don't hunt it, but if you see it and buy it, that's all I'm saying. All right, that's a wrap. I got to go. Whew, what a night. Hey, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, please. It helps the channel out, helps me out, and then we want to help you out. And that's when you ring that bell for notifications. That way you don't miss a damn thing here on Bourbon Quest, because we bring you a lot of shit. And then, yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you've had this, if you disagree, if you think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, let me know. I don't tend to think it is, but hey, everybody's different. You drink what you drink, I'll drink what I drink, and we'll love each other. How about that? Leave a comment. Smash that like button. That helps the YouTube algorithms get it out to more people. And I got to go. And remember, before I do, as always, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Haha, that's a wrap. All right, well, we'll turn the camera off, but we'll go have another sip of this. Why not? All right, till next time, Bourbon Quest. Cheers, my friends.